Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Told Games Foundry. We're playing through Morrowind today. And because there are multiple Morrowinds, we get to be specific on this. We are doing the... Oh my, there's a big sunbeam right there. That's interesting. Okay, so just try and off to the side here. We are playing through the ESO Morrowind today, and continuing the Morrowind chapter of ESO. Now, there are two Morrowinds, and the other Morrowind was a game released in 2001 or 2. I always can never remember whether it was 2001 or 2002. And that is the third installment in the official Elder Scrolls franchise. So, Daggerfall Arena, or Arena Daggerfall, doesn't matter. No, very few people actually play this. I think Arena came first, then Daggerfall. So we have those two, and then it was Morrowind, and Morrowind created such a huge splash that it launched the Elder Scrolls games into the public limelight, as it were, and they've remained a highly anticipated, major played game. One of the most played game franchises of all time, really, especially in this genre, which is the open world RPG genre. So after Skyrim came out, or around about, I think after Skyrim came out, they finally put together an Elder Scrolls Online MMORPG. That's what we'll be doing today. And one of the expansions for that is the Morrowind chapter, where we go and revisit the major island in Morrowind called Vardenfall. So, that's where we are here, and it's curious to note, or interesting to note, that the events that take place in Elder Scrolls Online happen chronologically before the events of the 2001 or 2 game of Morrowind. So we're a little bit ahead of, in the timeline, we're a little bit ahead of where we are in the other game. Now, I mentioned that because I am playing through both Morrowinds, kind of back to back, to see how they compare, I guess. And because I enjoyed the original Morrowind so much that I had to play some more of it once I started here in Elder Scrolls Online. But here in Elder Scrolls Online, we are following the adventures of a Khajiit named Contessa Ceprano. She's a pretty well-seasoned adventurer at this point, having saved Skyrim and saved Western Skyrim and saved Markarth and done a bunch of things for the Thieves Guild as well. Quite the seasoned adventurer, and she is in fact in champion levels at this point. Gaining those champion levels, not really doing too much with them, but they're all the same. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. Ta-da, here we are. We have Miri in the way. But, let's see here. There we go. I was doing a little bit of fishing, as you can see. We have Miri, we have Contessa Ceprano with us. She is, in terms of ESO, she is a warden. Wardens tend to be a little bit more nature-based, kind of like a D&D ranger. Okay, so we have here in our skills, we have animal companions that I can summon. Most of these are actually just spells, and the companions are effects. We have Green Balance, which is for healing, and we have Winter's Embrace if I wanted to do more of a druidic caster type. I'm not a druidic caster type, so obviously Winter's Embrace, completely ignored, and all of my stuff is in Animal Companions, Green Balance, Dual Wield, and Bow and Medium Armor. Those are kind of the focuses for foci for this character. You can see I have two weapons. I can switch out and do my bow. Go back and forth. Those are the main things I got there. Okay, so when we last left off, we had just arrived in Seda Nin, as we do in the original Morrowind chapter game, and had ourselves a little bit of an adventure here where we dismantled a slaver operation in Seda Nin. It involved going out and to this island over here and stopping their stuff. Okay. So now let's go out and do a little bit of exploring. I have a few quests that are pointing me in some various directions. Anchors from the Arborage. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Vivec's Palace, the Divine Conundrum, Quiet the Ringing Bell. So I have a quest, mostly the one is pointing me there. But there was a Zainsipilu delve that I did there. So let's go out and do see what we can find here. I'm not too far from the Silt Strider. Here's our Silt Strider. As we found out in the original Morrowind game, the Silt Striders are gigantic insects that are used for transportation. And I can take that Silt Strider and the Caravaneer will take me straight all the way to Vivec City or some of the other settlements in Morrowind. I'm not going to do that because I really like exploring, but apparently they work because there's a little hollowed out section. The Dwemer, as they prefer to be called, actually dig into the... That's the call of the Silt Strider itself. They dig into the carapace of the insect and then manipulate its organs in order to get it to move where they want it to go. Kind of a creepy little anecdote there. Okay. Well, let's not go completely in the opposite direction, but let's take the road here, see what we can find. Hello, Canon.
I'll be along shortly. When you get to Vivec City, head directly for Lord Vivec's palace.
He is the guy who we helped a little bit earlier. Looks like there's a mine up there. Off in this direction, there is a player house, which I'm not going to be buying anytime soon. So, yeah, I guess it's to Vivec City itself then. Oh boy. I probably will not be heading to Vivec City in quite some time in the original Morrowind. I need to make my way to Balmora in the original Morrowind, and that's quite a long journey. But here, they send you off to Vivec City pretty quickly. And, you know, that's where a lot of business is going to wind up happening, I think. So I may as well get it on the map. Some Vivec City discovered.
Please,
excellent.
Anything but a boat.
Alright, we won't take the boat, Miri. I just want to talk to this person.
We're just about ready to set sail. I don't know about you, but the moonlit is looking a little too close for comfort these days.
Where can she
We're
go?
headed to Sadrith Mora, if that's where you'd like to go. Just decide quick. I want to sail on the next... I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. Trade is always good in the capitals.
So there are 3 main player factions in the... player factions? That's not the right word. Players get... There are 3 factions dominating for... 3 factions vying for dominance in this game. This is before the main empire as we know it in all of the later games take place, and this will bring us to any of the three capital cities in the three other domains. Let's see what we got on this little placard here. Invitation to Elsewhere. Yeah. I won't be going out there today. So, what is this here? Adventurers wanted. Why brave the dangers of the open road or pay the high costs of an unsettling sea voyage when you can travel overland in safety and comfort aboard a friendly Siltstrider? Why ride a caravan of questionable virtue when the Red Mountain Company Express Siltstrider service is available at a fraction of the cost? Visit any of the Siltstrider stations located conveniently in towns throughout Vardenfall and connect to destinations far and wide. Want to leave the hustle of Vivec City behind? Travel to Balmora and see the canals, or visit the plantations of Suran. Stuck in the outskirts of Gnissis? It is just a short trip via the Caravaner Tower outside town, and you can reach Tel Mora before dinner. The Red Mountain Company Express Siltstrider service, located all across, can get you where you need to go. Remember, when you climb aboard a Siltstrider, your destination is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Okay. There it is. Call for aid. Talk to Unel Dorana. Alright. Whatever that is. So here we are in Vivec. Vivec. Oh, interesting. They're not finished building all the cantons. So Vivec is made on several cantons, which are these floating-ish structures that kind of look like ziggurats, I suppose. This one's not finished being built, which is cool. Let's hang out over here first, and then we'll get to the cantons themselves. You know, it looks like all of the cantons are not quite finished yet. Or many of them. Okay, well, let's just check things out. This is the end of the second era in Tamriel. Although we don't know that. All that we know was that there was a... I think they call it the second era, even still. Can't go in there yet. The little exploration here. Nothing going on. Oh, there's that Morrowind music. Okay, I'm gonna go explore that way a little bit later. Wow, they took the...
Best mountain.
Okay, they took a different take with the tune. The music in the original Morrowind is just so exceptional. Yeah. But obviously they had to adapt it and do something new with this. So, different composer adapted the tunes. Okay. Looks like we have a little bit of a city being developed area here. Okay, we got all our crafting stations. We have So many crafting stations. This is going to wind up being the hub. I can do crafting writs. Those are the little daily things I can use to advance certain things. We have a couple merchants. Let's go ahead and sell some things. I got some trash to sell. Anything else ornate? Ooh, I need to stop by a bank. Oh wow, those are all 0 value. Don't get anything for deconstructing 0 value stuff. So that's all junk. And that's not quite junk, not quite junk. Okay. Trophies. Furnishings. Okay. Right. I should stop by a bank, drop off some stuff for my crafter character to deal with later. Deposit. 1, 2, 3. All. Oh, I better keep some of those meals. Actions, split stack. I just need a few of them. Let's say 20 is plenty. Oh, come on. Well, let me do it with the gamepad. Consumables. Food. Where's food? Yeah. Just want to get a few of those, so... Let's say 20. So I'll withdraw the 20. And I actually like the gamepad interface for the bank better, so I'll just continue depositing there. Deposit all of these designs and recipes. Deposit those. Deposit those. Keep some potions. Empty soul gems I don't need to hang on to. Did I see that I couldn't split things? Yeah. So I can't split things very well. Pause those. And those. That should be enough. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Mage. Okay, so we got all of the crafting stations. That's good. I don't recall what this area is used for. I think this area is just simply undeveloped. Not used for anything in the original game.
Well.
Okay. Lord Vivec's Vault. If you want to know who Vivec is, well, he is a... Some more crafting writs. Vivec is the leader of... effectively the leader of all the people of Morrowind. This is the Thieves Guild? Is the Thieves Guild underneath here somehow? Yes, they are. Okay. There you see the insignia for the Thieves Guild in Elder Scrolls Online. So on. Okay. Yeah, so Vivec is called the warrior poet. He's also called one of the living gods. He's one of the 3 living gods of the Dwemer people. For glory, I can ignore that. Daenil Rethul, I should not ignore. Okay, how do I get out of the water?
I understand you were instrumental in crushing the Daggerfall army at Devon's Watch.
I was, in fact.
It's beyond belief that the temple keeps me waiting. Don't they realize that it's a courtesy that I'm here? My twin and I are apprentices to the great Dwemer. I'm here on his behalf to report to the priests about an incident which occurred near the growth site of his new tower, Tel Fear.
I know that name, Divination Fear. I think he might be from the mainland. But apparently he has a new tower, Tel Fear. What happened there?
A rift opened when we were shaping the workshop below the tower. Master Fear believes there is a connection to the living gods. He's sure to explore the rift once his expedition is assembled. My sister could tell you more if that interests you.
Yeah, sure.
You may take this boat to Tel Fear. Dania will be there assisting our master. She always was the lucky one. I must stay and wait for my audience with the priests.
Oh, okay. What do you
I didn't see much myself. I was evacuated well before the threat could reach me. Many weren't so lucky. I regret I'll be reporting that most of the Telvanni working on the
Well, okay, so there's Telvanni working there. Nope, can't climb ladders in this game. What a bother. Okay, so the quest that I just picked up, it looks like it's for a dungeon, so I'm not gonna wind up doing anything about that. This is for glory, this is gonna be for PvP stuff, so I'm not gonna bother with that. You know, I'll pick it up just so that I don't keep looking at it. Yeah, for glory. Okay, so I figured out what those quests are. I'm not going to do that because I will get slaughtered in a group dungeon by myself. That boat takes us various places. So, now, let's go ahead and resume our exploration of the cantons. There are, in the original game, there were 9 cantons. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cantons only at this point in the story. But let's see what we do. Each of the cantons will be rather, for a different great house or guild or something like that. So they each have their own kind of purpose. They're pretty mind-boggling in order to try and navigate. Looks like in the original game you could go through any of those doors. They'd open up to more doors and narrow passageways and stairs. But they all followed the same generic blueprint. It does involve a staircase up to another level. Yeah, all of these are dwellings. Ooh, we have one dwelling here. St. Delen Wasteworks. That's a it's gonna be a player house. Well, it says open. What's this all about? Upper Canton. Oh boy, yeah, these are just about as dizzying as they are in the base game. But at least I get a mini-map. That will help a little bit. Fighters Guild. Sure, we'll just poke our head in there. Got some vendors. More of that rousing original music. Hall Steward. Okay, we'll talk to him.
Ah, it's my comrade in arms. Welcome back to the hall. Ha! There's a good question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know, you might be the next Yofnir. Guildmaster Yofnir passed away recently, very suddenly. I always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand. But he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader.
Okay. I am part of the Fighters Guild already, though I haven't done much with them. Let's just see what he sells. Some various furnishings, it looks like. A Daedric chest, however. Daedric's chest looks good, but let's just keep moving on. Right, I came that way. Got a lore book here. Perfect. Guide to liturgical vestments. This is about ordinators. Yeah. Okay. So ordinators are the guards. They're House Indoril, for those interested in such things. Okay, interesting. It looks like this canton is basically divided in two sections. One is Fighters Guild, the other one Mages Guild. That makes sense. There's your enchanting table. Good to know. Magus. Anything going on here?
Elves can behave like they haven't a care in the world is beyond my comprehension. There's a damn volcano about to explode out there, not to mention a giant chunk of rock floating above our heads. How is any of that natural?
Good question. The giant chunk of rock, huh? Bookshelf. Hello, Magister.
Good to see you back again, Adept. The Guild is... We are neutral in the...
Okay. I'm not really doing much with Fighters Guild or Mages Guild, so I can move on. Here we are back on the canton. I can keep going inside. Plaza. Where does that take me to the same place? No, this takes me to yet another place inside the canton. I seem to have a visitor.
And lesser birds bend their knees so on, to snarl and hiss and spit and screech. I hear the guars grunting each to each. What a terror! What savage speech! Oh, to be like you. Your temper flares at the smallest offense. Snatch our guars and tangle our fence.
Normally I'm into the bards. That one's not catching my interest at the moment, so I'll move on. Okay. I think I've just about seen everything that there is to see on this canton. Okay, so here we go. As the map suggests, there was Fighters Guild and Mages Guild. I want to take a look at these unused cantons, or under construction cantons, see if there's anything there. No quests, so I'll probably not do very much else. Yeah, it looks like they've blocked off exploration of it, mostly. This one you can go in a little bit. Can you go down into it? No. Oh, right. With cantons, there's a lower... Oh, I've been on that one before, right. With cantons, there is a lower level that they call the Waste Works, I believe. There's like a sewer system in each of the cantons. I wonder if I can get in there. I bet they blocked off all those doors that would lead down into there. I think typically you'd go through one of these doors in the original game. Or maybe that central door. Well, nothing there, so... what about this one? Looks like this is going to be... We have a couple more stations here. Leatherworking, grocer, outfit. Most of those are also... Yeah, also right there in the trade area. So this is St. Olms Plaza, St. Delen the Wise. Two notable figures in Dwemer history. It's kind of fun seeing that these cantons are in the works, as it were. Okay. Wasteworks. Okay. So maybe the wasteworks are the middle sections. I'm just going to do a quick little run around to see if there's... Basically to see if there's any quests available. And I might check out that thing over there. That might bring me into a sewer. And I'm wondering if there was a similar sewer. Nothing's popping up on my compass. Telvanni Tailors, naturally. You know, let's just...
How do I...
Yeah, these recipes are already known. Can I go down further?
I've got a lot to do here.
So this doesn't go down as I hoped it would. Okay. So really nothing but merchants and a couple things in there. Oh, hey there. Sorry for... I just noticed that you are hanging out. This is not the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. This is the Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind. So in another stream, I am playing the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. And I do play both of these with a few mods to make it look... It says, my game title says Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind and not ESO. Interesting. Okay, well, I thought I had changed that, so sorry about that. It should say ESO Morrowind Session 2. So I'll see if I can edit that. Anyway, thanks for watching, Rikitaki. Raktiktaki. Yeah, so yes, as you noted, this is the ESO version, not Morrowind itself. I am playing Morrowind. Check back on Sunday if that's the game that you wanted to see. Oh, I bet I know what you're referring to. Give me just a minute here. Category. Elder is the category. The title, I think, may have been right. Elder Scrolls Online. There we go. Right, so I am playing Elder Scrolls Online today. I will play Elder Scrolls 3 on Sunday. So you can check back in then if that's what you're into. Right, so this is the second era of Tamriel, not the third era that Morrowind 3, Elder Scrolls 3 takes place in. Anyway, thanks for watching and jumping in the chat there. Let's go and check out some of those other cantons, though. No easy way to get down in this one. Well, so they connect lower down, so I have to find my way off of this lower down in the canton here. I think, here we go. Okay. So here we have the Temple Canton, and I do have a quest directing me inside. Let's go ahead and head into the Hall of Justice.
Another adventurer looking for work?
Yes.
Did you? Well, that's why it was posted. It's simple. Citizens tell us what they need, and we arrange for the job to be completed. You'll be able to meet with the client before starting the task. They'll also have your reward, not us.
Interesting. I think the Morag Tong could be found in the Temple Canton. I wonder if this is related.
Belleru Omeril and her brother Trelon will handle your assignments. Check in with them frequently to see if they have a job for you. They'll inform you what you need to accomplish and who made the request.
We have a visitor. We have Moses today. Anything you want to say to the camera, Moses? Yeah. Alright, so we have some requests here. Alright.
Belleru's requests may appear straightforward, but many adventurers find them difficult to accomplish. The assortment of enemies she'll ask you to face are all powerful, and I would recommend gathering allies before heading out.
Okay, so this, it looks like, is going
Trelon
to be...
handles requests which the temple has special interests in. His tasks require... I would hope.
Okay. Here's the hub for your daily quests in Morrowind. We'll go ahead and grab a couple of those. It won't hurt anything.
Citizens, well,
These will direct us either towards a world boss, or one will direct me to a world boss, the other one will direct me towards a particular delve. Either way, that's what that's all about. Hi, Moses. I'm gonna brag, I have a kitten in my lap. Okay, that's what the temple's all about. Let's... Okay, I can go... The Library of Vivec. Oh!
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding. What do we got here? Oh, a gazillion bookshelves. Looking for lore books to discover, as just happened. And there's another one. Ooh, even increased my green balance. Might increase my winter's embrace.
Enter the Library of Vivec and be
Change of
welcome.
plan?
If you seek knowledge, perhaps we can come to a suitable arrangement.
Might I do a little bit of thieving here? Anything in that backpack? No, not this time.
Well, have you come to see our wonder in miniature? Our magnificent tribute to Morrowind? Alas, the work is not yet complete, and, truth be told, there is more to our miniature Vardenfell than simply a representation of our land at a reduced scale.
Building.
Indeed. And once complete, it will point us to the location of the lost Library of Ondul, the secret repository of the knowledge of the great houses. I just need someone to help me handle the legwork, as it were. Well, that's the rub. Literally. The ancient families of Vardenfell hid the location of the library and then placed clues to find it at their ancestral tombs. I need someone to take rubbings of these clues. Will you help me solve this mystery? Excellent. Let's start with a simple one. Head north of Vivec and travel to the Orthrellus ancestral tomb. Look for a stone plaque near the tomb and take a rubbing of the words inscribed upon it. Return to me with the rubbing and... Well, you'll see. Every important family owns at least one tomb. Of course, I'm most interested in those that predate the rise of the great houses. Specifically, we're hoping to recover records presumed lost during the War of the First Council. Oh, genealogical records related to the earliest Velothi settlers. It could improve our...
Okay. Some good, interesting stuff there. I'm gonna just check some other things here. Okay, the stream is live. And I'm gonna just double check. It does say streaming now, Elder Scrolls Online. Perfect. Alright. Thank you, Rock Tiktaki, for drawing my attention to that. Anyway, we had found in an earlier stream that there was a rubbing of some sort, and it looks like a collection quest for the entire island, and that's apparently exactly what it was. So we have one nearby. Get our one nearby that he's directing us to, and we'll get to that momentarily. Gonna keep checking out these bookshelves in case there's anything else. Someday I may actually read all of these on stream for you all. I think that might be fun. You're free to disagree. Okay. Done. Actually, I wanted to just double check that thing down there. Okay, the model is incomplete. Maybe by getting rubbings, they'll add on little chunks of the map. More lore books to find. And just one lore book after another. Excellent. Okay. Well, here we have a depiction of Lord Vivec himself. The Shrine of Generosity. Long after our triumph over the dwarves, the people wished to build a monument to the heroes of that war. Vivec thanked them, but said that it would be better to dedicate a monument to all people, great and small, who suffered and died in the war. As you can tell, Vivec is quite a popular one among the living deities. Who do we got here? Oh, more Vivec. Shrine of Daring. When Sheogorath tricked Bard Dao to hurl itself upon Lord Vivec's city, the poet-warrior froze the rogue moon with a single gesture. Overwhelmed by his courage and daring, the moon swore itself to the eternal service of the tribunal and all its works. Throw a moon at the city? What is he talking about? Well, I believe if we look in the sky, just up there, you can see that there's a big old rock just suspended in midair. Well, that rock has served many purposes over the years. And we'll see if we can actually go up there sometime soon. Oh, a couple more little shrines. We have Shrine to the Warrior Poet, Vivec. Shrine to The Father of Mysteries, that's going to be Sothasil. Another one of the living deities. And now, on to the main canton itself, Vivec's Palace.
Praise Vivec!
Buoyant armigers. Seems to be the police force in this era. We can just walk in and talk to the living god.
At the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivec, we don't need the help of this outlander.
Oh hush, Archcanon Tarvis. Outlanders have their usefulness, and this one intrigues me.
As you say, I'll be in my office if you need me.
Step
Vivec.
forward, friend of Laboul, and let us speak.
Quite an interesting fellow. He's one of the few that can still do the floating around and levitating thing. That magic is carefully guarded and was outlawed by the time that the game Oblivion came around. Anyway, here's Vivec. You might notice a couple of things about him. One is that he's floating. The other one is that he's kind of got a two-faced thing going on, two different colors. The two colors represent the two origins of the Dwemer people. Originally, the Dwemer were a golden-skinned elven race, kind of like you see on Vivec's right side. But they offended Azura at one point, one of their chief deities, or Daedric princes. And though she is by far their champion, Azura, and many still revere her, I believe it was she that changed them into the gray-skinned, red-eyed folk that we see here, like Miri Elendis is. And so the other half of him is the dark skin. So Vivec predates that change. In fact, he was rather intimately part of those changes. But here he keeps the golden skin to indicate the Chimer people that they came from and the Dwemer people that they now are. So that's why they gave him two skins.
Canon Level says you helped him in his mission. As I have written, the one who helps my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcanon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further, Outlander? I have ordinators and armigers at my disposal. Vast armies of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of a god? Good. I need assistance to investigate a strange phenomenon that the Ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem. We'll start with a simple Divination Ritual. Archcanon Tarvis can tell you what we need to delve into this mystery.
Okay.
The situation that troubles me has taken a toll on my Archcanon, but he's a faithful servant. Tarvis will do as I say, and I say we need your assistance. Find the Archcanon in his office, and he'll tell you how to proceed.
Yeah, by the way, I talked to Azura.
The Daedric Prince? I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Daedra, and then there's... well, we'll talk more about that when you return. Levoul's ancestor assured me that a source of power remains safe. As for the rest,
great.
Let the guess ripen in the mind, and only speak when the fruit grows certain. I require more information on these matters. hence the need for the Divination Ritual.
I believe Vivec is quoting from his own sermons. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. So, Canon Levoul. Where do we need to go? That's another one of a depiction of one of the other living goddesses. Why can I never get her name right? Alma Viva, no. Bother. And the third living deity, Sothasil, depicted there. Alright, where do we need to go? His private chambers. We're not going in there, apparently. We are not going in the private chambers. Not yet. Okay. Right, so we need to talk to the Archcanon. Anyway, there you have it. That is Vivec, or what there is of Vivec thus far. But both the city that he named after himself and Lord Vivec himself. Great. Great stuff. Okay. So let's go into the Temple Canon. Okay. Let's see what we have.
Ah, Outlander. Lord Vivec trusts too much to put his faith in one such as you. But who am I to question my god? I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work. Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first?
Divination Ritual.
Yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivec.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen closely. I hate to Despite my objections, Vivec believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the Overseer that Lord Vivec requires the Blessing Stone. Then bring it to me in the palace.
Okay, ziggurat still under construction. And we need a Blessing Stone.
You receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivec, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well. Go ahead. Ask your questions. It's not like I'm the busy arch-canon of a living god or anything.
Oh, good. I'm glad that he's so accommodating. What is a Blessing Stone?
The ignorance of Outlanders. How refreshing. The Blessing Stones serve as repositories for small amounts of Lord Vivec's power. They allow his favor to permeate sanctified locations. We need such a stone to power the Divination Ritual. If you haven't guessed yet, the phenomenon interferes with Lord Vivec's power in unusual ways. It will be safer for everyone if I perform the ritual by using the Blessing Stone instead of drawing on my Lord's personal store of energy.
There's a lot of spoilers for what's going on in Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3 in here, but we'll just leave that be for now.
Even if I told you, you wouldn't comprehend it. Lord Vivec's senses eclipse those of mere mortals. Suffice it to say, he feels a disturbance in the flow of energy throughout Vardenfell. He seeks to discover the source of that disturbance.
Yeah, what about Red Mountain and Daedra?
Lord Vivec sees signs and portents everywhere. It's the poet at his core. I tend to be much more pragmatic. Sometimes a volcano is simply a volcano, and not a harbinger of doom. As for the Daedra, I have no idea. Perhaps the summoning got out of hand.
Okay.
Offend me? You give yourself too much credit. No, I feel the same about all Outlanders. This is tribunal business, best handled by tribunal resources. However, I also obey my Lord Vivec, so I will tolerate your involvement and do my best to aid you.
Moses is still hanging with us. Okay. So yeah, many Dwemer really
interested in that genre. I'll have to
don't
remember that.
like outsiders, as they call them. What else is in here? The Archcanon's office. How about we rob him blind? Oh, cool. I don't have to rob, I just take. Don't mind if I do. I was curious what books he has by his tub. All sorts of little useful things. Was there something on the desk? On moving Ebonheart, I was curious about that. Oh. Members of the Tribunal Priesthood and House Hlalu engineers. During a recent visit to the mainland, Lord Vivec became enthralled with the quaint and picturesque city of Ebonheart in Stone Falls, on the northern coast of Morrowind. Oh! He spent an inordinate amount of time within the confines of the city, wandering the streets and carefully examining all of the buildings and houses located therein. Truth be told, the visit put us behind schedule and made me extremely anxious about upholding the rest of our commitments before we had to return to Vardenfall. After remaining quietly at the warrior poet's side as he tenaciously studied every cobblestone and patch of thatch, filling his notebook with every notion and observation, the living god finally turned to me and said, "Archcanon." Lord Vivec said, "I am fascinated by this place and we must have one in Vardenfall." "We must, my lord," I asked, trying to ascertain where the living god was going with this line of reasoning. "I think that the spot to the south of my city," Lord Vivec continued. "Yes, that will be the perfect place to build my new Ebonheart." "Build, my lord," I asked, still being somewhat unsure of what was being asked of me. "Build, move, whatever you think is best. Have the canons and Hlalu engineers begin drawing up plans immediately. I can't wait to begin a new project." So there you have it. From the lips of our Lord to your ears, through the medium of this letter. I look forward to reviewing your ideas in, say, 3 months' time? I was wondering about that. Ebonheart is a city. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it is currently the center of the Ebonheart Pact, as it's called. There it is, Ebonheart itself. But Ebonheart is also in Morrowind, in Elder Scrolls 3, and now that I think about it, I believe that is what this area winds up becoming. It winds up becoming, I think, an Imperial fortress. We'll have to find out. We'll have to find out what the Ebonheart winds up becoming. Anyway, we need to go to... Talk to her above. That's for a different quest, I think. What quest is that for? Planting misinformation. Well, let's go and grab the other quest over here. Fetcherfly. I actually think I remember... Oh, hello. Overseer?
The
This project has been nothing but one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on time when things constantly go wrong? Don't mind me. Our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I. But I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule or end our string of disasters. I'm not one to disagree with the Archcanon, but that's a terrible idea.
Not too bad.
Vivec? Well, why didn't you say so? But I'll need your help before I can turn over the blessing stone. The passage that leads to the consecration chamber collapsed, trapping some of my workers. If you can clear the way, you can borrow the stone. I appreciate it.
Yeah, okay. So... Alright.
Thank you. I'll go tell the Overseer what you did for me.
Right now, the Dwemer people are part of the Ebonheart Pact, one of the 3 factions I was mentioning earlier. The subject of slavery came up in well, a couple of different previous sessions. There's the other one. Slavery exists in Elder Scrolls III Morrowind in the 3rd era.
Die under there. Oh, thanks for saving me.
But apparently, in recent times, here at the end of the 2nd era, the Ebonheart Pact, the confederation of Dwemer, Nords, and Argonians, well, the Ebonheart Pact has outlawed slavery. And that includes Morrowind. Apparently what happened, putting things together... Oh, come on, where's the stairs?
Not much longer now.
How do I get up there? There's a ramp. There's the Blessing Stone. I was wondering what that was. So, apparently what wound up happening is, at the end of the 2nd era, the Empire conquers all of Tamriel. The first to do so in all of Tamriel's history, and it's done by an enigmatic and powerful figure by the name of... oh, good grief. The first king, Septim, Tiber Septim I, establishing the Septim Line. So, when he did that, he made various pacts in order to establish peace with the various regions of Tamriel. And Morrowind, at least the island of Vardenfall, in Morrowind, slavery was actually permitted. The great houses that tend to do more of the trading and using of slaves, that was permitted to continue, but only on the mainland of only on the island of Vardenfall itself. Morrowind, of course, extends beyond just the island here and includes some of the areas around, particularly in the south and in the east. So on the mainland here, slavery was still outlawed, but it was permitted to continue as part of the pact in Vardenfall. That's in the 3rd era. We are here in the 2nd era, however, where it has been abolished by the Ebonheart Pact, at least for the time being.
The Outlander returns. I understand there was trouble at the construction site. but you were able to save a few of the workers. Lord Vivec always draws the straightest arrow from the quiver. Praise the tribunal. Stand over there. In Canon Level's absence, you will form the third corner of our ritual triangle. When you're ready, place them.
Okay. Obviously, things need to be done in triangles. Kind of looks like you need... Oh, we have all 3 blessing stones.
Hear
Good.
the words of the warrior poet, and reveal the source of Lord Vivec's distress. An Ashlander?
Ashlander.
A clockwork mage. A Daedric cultist. Something interfered with the ritual, my lord. But we may have learned something. Excuse me while I compare the results to our previous research.
Well, that kind of lays out the plot now, doesn't it?
Between the cryptic warnings of the Ancestor Spirit and the unexpected result of the Divination Ritual, I fear there may be more astir than I imagined. We solved the greatest mysteries by accident, I suspect. I should write that down.
Add to your already 36 lessons and sermons. Okay.
We learn from every action we take. Failure or success, each result teaches us something, at least in the larger sense. To be more specific, no, not as much as I hoped. Images that suggest avenues to investigate, riddles to solve. Let me tell you a secret, Outlander. It concerns a living god, an energy that fades like daylight as dusk spreads across the land. Listen well, and speak not a word. My divine energy, it drains away. Whether from illness or foul malady, I know not. You must travel the land and seek answers on my behalf. But first, gratitude before service, as I have written. So thank you.
Okay, yay, we get a staff.
The ritual confirmed my worst fears. Divine energy flows out of me for no reason that I can discern. I felt the power imbued within my blessing stone get wrenched away as soon as you added it to the ritual. I couldn't stop it. To quote my own words as the warrior poet, no lock exists that the determined thief cannot open. Follow the trail of my missing energy, and try to discover the identity of the enemy Levol's ancestor warned us about. Something drains my energy. Find Archcanon Tarvis in his office, and ask if he gleaned anything useful from the ritual. If not, I know his earlier research indicated new avenues to investigate. My divine energy diminishes with every passing moment, but the ritual confirmed my affliction is not natural. I regret that I could not reveal the full nature of these dire circumstances until your trustworthiness had been demonstrated. Yes, while Archcanon Tarvis has always been cautious about ideas and ideologies that didn't originate within the tribunal. And recently, that prudence has grown 1,000-fold. He's a faithful servant, however, despite his narrow-mindedness.
Okay, so let's ask a few more questions of Vivec to get a backdrop for the story here.
I've always used my power freely and without detriment. I create the blessing stones, hold them moonlit above the city, and perform 100 miracles a day to benefit my people. I begin to feel the toll this liberal application of divinity costs me.
He may actually be starting to use up his power, you think? Do you think you're in danger?
I care little for my own safety, but my people are another matter. Without my power to stop it, the moonlit will crash into the city and kill hundreds, perhaps thousands of innocents. And that would be just the start of Vardenfell's woes.
So the affliction is not natural?
At first, I barely noticed the loss of energy. But as I continue to grow weaker, the more it feels like an attack against my person. Besides, the Ancestor Spirit confirmed that an ancient enemy was to blame. We just need to determine who, before...
Before what?
Let us not dwell on disasters to come when we have problems enough to deal with in the here and now. Consult with Archcanon Tarvus and discover the source of this attack. Then we can put an end to it and not worry about what might have been.
So, what does the rest of the tribunal think?
They always chide me about my flagrant displays of divinity. But so far, I am the only one of the living gods whose power is fading.
Oh.
While Malexia hoards her energy and has barricaded her temple against attack. As for Sotha's seal...
Well, that's not like the Amalexia we know. And Sothasil? What about Sothasil?
My brother travels. We have not heard from him for quite some time. But I sense that he remains safe and in possession of his full power. Funny. You always wanted to discover the limits of our divinity. Perhaps I will solve that mystery for him.
Okay. So, what did we learn? We learned that Vivec, his power, and just him, not the other two, seems to be under attack and is being drained. So, we need to discover the source of that. We saw that there was a cultist. There were three folks. There was a Daedric cultist. There was an Ashlander. Ashlanders are people who live on the outskirts of Vardenfell, mostly kind of in this area here on the east, some in the north too, I think. Ashlanders do not recognize Vivec or Amalexia or Sothasil, the living gods. They stay worshipping the old ones, the Daedric princes, now called the House of Troubles.
What's this?
Okay, that was not the correct door. What door do I need to go up there? And then there was a third one, and I'm trying to remember who the third one was. Daedric cultist, Ashlander, and I'm sure it will be. I'll get a reminder.
I performed that ritual countless times, and it never exploded in my face before. If I discover that you sabotage the divination, no, I shouldn't take my failure out on you. It's not your fault that things are difficult.
By difficult, you mean Lord Vivec's loss of power?
How do you know about... Lord Vivec told you? Of course he did. It's his prerogative, I suppose. You must swear to keep this secret, though. There would be panic in the streets if the people believed one of the tribunal was incapacitated.
Right, so... you might need some help.
It's true. I'm much better at scholarly pursuits than field work. And the ritual wasn't a total failure. It confirmed 3 locations from my earlier studies. Balmora, Aldrin, and Berelzar's tower. I need you to investigate each of these sites.
Okay. The tower I don't know anything about, but the other two are major cities here on Vardenfall.
I researched what I could using the resources available here in Vivec City. To learn more, I need an agent to personally assess each location. Lord Vivec thinks you're the best one for that job.
Yeah, what's this tower?
Right. I believe the mage seen in the ritual
Right, there was a mage.
Berelzar, who works out of an
Clockwork
ancient
mage.
Velothi tower. His experiments radiate energy similar to Vivec's affliction, but they're not a perfect match. Find out what he knows about the transfer of divine energy.
So that would be the Clockwork Mage,
House
Balmora.
Redoran controls the town and nearby mines. House Halalu also has interests in the region. Rumors of a cult in the area concern me the most. I believe we saw a cultist during the ritual. Make discreet inquiries and see what you can learn.
That would be for the Daedric cult.
I have no idea. That's why we're sending you. I suggest you start at the inn. Secrets get spilled along with the drinks in such places. The miners may know something as well. I've heard that House Redoran has issued some kind of proclamation.
Okay. What about Aldrun?
Savage Ashlanders, like the one seen in the vision, use the area as a tribal meeting ground. These nomadic heretics deny the divinity of the tribunal and have no love for Vivec. But how they could be involved eludes me. See what you can uncover.
What else do I need to know?
I traced tendrils of Vivec's energy to these locations, and the ritual confirmed the connection before it went awry. Just don't discuss Lord Vivec's condition with anyone.
Okay. And that's what we have for the main quest. We have now three locations. This is going to be... well, that's somebody else. There's going to be Balmora. Let's see, Aldrun. Right, okay, that's not it. We have the tower there. Great. And Aldrun. What was that one? Is it up here? No. I can't remember where Aldrun is. Maybe that's it? Yeah, oh, there it is. Okay, just north of Balmora, actually. Okay, so... that concludes those things. That's going to be an ongoing quest, so I'm going to switch things up here. And we're going to talk to this creeping hunger. Oh, that's just that's all that is mentioning. It's just a stub for the world quest thing, but we'll get it off the map here. Oh, come on. You can't send me in the door and then back out again. We also have a quest here that I didn't see before.
You look well-traveled, friend. Are you, by chance, going to Sadrith Mora? I can make it worth your while.
Yeah, eventually.
Opportunity. Or that's what I thought, until I angered de Fair by failing to deliver the special mushrooms he ordered on time. Lost the shipment. Now I'm in a bind. I have the mushrooms, but I'm afraid Fair will evaporate me for late delivery. You aren't at fault for the late delivery, so Fair shouldn't do anything to you. Won't do anything to you, I mean. I guarantee it.
Right.
Besides, I'll let you keep the payment he owes me as well. I'd rather avoid... You're saving my life here, friend.
All right.
I don't dare. For someone who's helping me out this much, you can ask as many as...
Alright, a simple deliver quest. And... let's just talk to this person.
Are you here about the job I posted? You have? You really want to fight that thing?
Okay, it's just a world boss. I'm not gonna bother further with it, but it's off the map. Okay, and what was this all about? Oh, probably the same thing. It's just another little stub for a daily quest.
I would personally love to put an arrow through the skull. It's hard not to take it personally.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so how about we get back to the business of exploring? What do we got? That one sounded interesting. So there was a collection quest that was going to be started with taking a rubbing. I need to get off this canton. Here we go.
We've been waiting to see Lord Vivec for 3 days. Do you think something's wrong?
I don't know. The buoyant armigers say there's nothing to worry about, but something feels wrong.
Vivec's not hiding it as well as he thinks he is. Okay. I think I better mount up
Off
for
we
this.
go.
So I had found one little shrine rubbing place previously, and I didn't know exactly what I was getting into, but it was just like this. Okay, now back into the city. Yeah, okay, I'll take the shortcut. It's on the lower level. Come down a little bit and enter the library. See if my hunch is right, and he plops down a chunk of the map there.
I assume you found the tomb without too much trouble. Were you able? The model of Vardenfell progresses nicely, but we still have a long way to go to fill in all the notable landmarks and uncover the location of the lost library of Ondul. This is perfect. Now, prepare yourself. What happens next will be simply amazing. Thanks to magic provided by Lord Vivec, I can use this rubbing to not only record the clue provided by the tomb, I can add a new section to our model of the land.
Great. Yep, there we go. A new chunk. And it looks like it is a chunk that includes Vivec City. So, quite possibly, each chunk is going to be related to where it is found, where the rubbing is found.
The model of Vardenfeld. My research indicates that 30 of our most revered families each left a clue to the location of the
30 of them.
Library of Andul. Find the remaining 29 tombs, take rubbings, and before long, our model will be complete and the location. As you recover more rubbings, return here to me. With every detail we add to our model, the closer we get to discovering the location of the lost library. I prepared a list of tombs you need to find. Refer to the note as you conduct your search. Wonderful! I'll decipher it.
So I did have another one, and he's going to put that one down as well. There it is. Ta-da! Well, there it is. Ta-da! Boy, having all sorts of technology troubles today. Okay, let's go take a look at that map. Yeah, we got one by Seda Neen. Well, anyway, he did mention a document. Let's go ahead and read that. Oh boy. Okay, so deal with, we'll add to that as we go along. But now I know that's what that's all about. Okay, exploring time. Let's head up to Balmora, because that is kind of the first big stop of our other Morrowind stream, so we want to be able to kind of explore the land in tandem. Alright. And in fact, there's a shortcut that I think I'm going to take. Back at Seda Neen, and let's start our journey. Do I want to go that way or this way? I kind of prefer going around the outside, so we'll head back out towards that that delve. Now, I believe I've already gone through and done that delve once, so I'm not gonna go back in and do it again, even though my daily quest is pointing me there. I might do that off stream. We'll see. Grab some harvesting things here.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
Electrum seed. I actually don't know if that's a jewelry making resource or if that's a blacksmithing resource. Anything out over there? The compass isn't showing anything. Oh right, there was a... They mentioned that a ship had been crashed because of some things at the lighthouse. There's the place. If you watch my Sunday stream, you'll see that the Morrowind map in the original game just littered with places to delve into. Some of them small, some of them large. Just tons of them. Okay, alchemy is still taking a long time. Let's check something. Champion points here. I'm trying to work towards being able to get this one here. But haven't quite gotten there yet. I need to get through meticulous disassembly first. And this one. Do I have enough to unlock it? No, not quite. So I'm saving up my points for that. Stray off the road for a bit. Just take a little look around. I now know I need to be on the lookout for those little shrines. And for resource nodes to put on my map. What's this place here? Nothing too interesting, just a hut, I guess. And of course a chest. Okay. We do have
Can never have enough of that.
something interesting over there and something interesting over here. Let's do this one first. Looks like it is a campsite. What kind of folk are at this campsite? I just need to discover it and then it's cleared. Maybe these are Ashlanders. So maybe they just scattered Ashlander camps all over the area. Alright. But I am curious about that over there. That's going to be a Daedric Ruin with, as was said in the other game, with funny angles all over the place. This Ogrim is a variety of Daedra.
Keep moving.
A variety of Daedra that would have flattened me in the original game. Doesn't seem to be much actually here though. Kind of disappointing. Malakath champion. Is this a shrine to Malakath? I don't see any Malakath here. Oh, here we are. Ashur-Nabibi. I guess we can open it and take a look inside. You know, I have a feeling that I'm going to go here at a later date, so I'm going to pass on this for now. It's odd that they didn't give a map marker for it, though. Okay, so out there, just another little bit more of Malakath Daedric ruins. Okay, yeah. Resolve this at another time. Another quest will bring me here. Sure of it. Oh, come on, I was almost done getting it. Go away. Do you really want to get involved in this? You know, one of the main things I can do as a warden is summon a bear. I haven't had my bear out for a while. Alright, enough of that. Now there is a place of interest just to the northwest. Let's go and check that out. I believe somewhere around here is Hla Ode. Or Old. Something like that. More Daedric ruins. The Daedra sure did like Vardenfall. Oh, maybe I don't want to kill the Pakwar. Ashalmilmil. Wow, okay. Hello. That is a tabard of... Oh, what's his name? Molag Bal? No, not the other one. Mehrunes Dagon. Or some of the cults that follow Mehrunes Dagon. So here we have another location, but doesn't seem to be much we can do with it. You know, even in the original game, finding the entrance to some of these places was challenging. If I do this, and... No. Okay, well... Again... Just a location on the map. I guess today is a little bit of exploring. Seems to be yet another ruin over there. Man, it's kind of like all big one ruins complex. Seducers. These are Daedra as well. Dark Seducers are actually connected to Sheogorath, I think, usually. Winged Twilights are connected to Azura, so it's just a mishmash of all sorts of Daedra here. Lots of dead people. Yeah, okay. Kind of get the idea. Spooky Daedric Ruin, that's all that it seems to be, huh? There, however, is the entrance to not a Daedric ruin. That would be a Dwemer ruin. Dwemer, of course, being the dwarves, as they kind of called here. Left. Dwarves were last seen alive around the time of the rise of the tribunal, Vivec and the other two.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Okay. So let's make our way back inland, having checked out things on the coast. Unfortunately, not finding a heck of a lot. No quests, for example. Here we have a ziggurat. For what purpose, I don't know. A narcotic. No idea what narcotic is.
I never used to fight this much until I met you.
Am I out of combat yet? Okay. Maybe I'll interact with that backpack later. What we got here? Florimond Stronghold. Stronghold for who? I can't open it right now. It's related to some quest. But there is a lore book just over here that I want to grab. You might notice that it glows a slightly different color than some of the other ones. This one glows blue. That's because it goes for Mage's Guild. The House of Troubles, by the way, is among the ancient ancestral spirits who accompanied Saint Veloth and the Chimer into the promised land of Morrowind. The four Daedric lords, Malakath, Merunstegal, Molag Bal, and Shealgorath, are known as the Four Corners of the House of Troubles. These Daedric lords rebelled against the council and admonition of the tribunal, causing great kinstrife and confusion among the clans in the great houses. Malakath, Merunstegal, and Molag Bal are holy in that they serve the role of obstacles during the testing. Through time, they have been somewhat associated with local enemies, such like the Nords, the Akaviri, or mountain orcs. Malakath is the reanimated dung that was Trinimac. Malakath is a weak and vengeful god. The Dark Elves say that he is Malak, the god king of the orcs. Anyway, more on that later.
I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
Yep, another place to come back to later. I think I am now quite overdue to get into the city of Balmora. And for all that exploration, I didn't find a single one of those shrines. I'm kind of disappointed about that. The Shulk ore mine. Poke our head in, see if there's a quest waiting for us inside. Okay. And is there a quest waiting for me inside? I do not see one yet, so I'll journey in here in a little bit. And here we have Balmora, complete with its own silt strider. Its own quests, its own people. We have the canal that runs through the center of it. Very fun. Ooh, a bit of Ash Mountain there glowing in the background. Sorry, Red Mountain. Where to go? Alright, well, this fellow.
You look like the traveler of sorts. In your excursions, have you perchance come upon a young dark elf named Vale?
No.
She went missing a couple of weeks ago and her father desperately seeks any information regarding her. That's a shame. Her father, Eris, the house counselor here in Balmora, promises that anyone who can find his daughter and return her safely to his side will be well rewarded.
Okay.
You should speak to Counselor Eris. He's opened the kin house to interview potential recruits. Freelancers, as it were. If you're interested, go speak to the counselor. Counselor Eris can be found at the Redoran kin house, and I have no issue with Counselor Eris seeking help. It's where he's decided to get that help that concerns me. House Redoran doesn't need outsiders to take care of its business. But who am I to question a house counselor?
So it seems House Redoran is alive and well in Balmora. Tell me about House Redoran.
How can anyone not know about House Redoran? Is this some sort of outlander ruse?
I just wanted to know more.
In that case, Redoran is the grandest of the great Dwemer houses. We champion the virtues of duty and piety, and we have a proud military tradition. Our house comes first in all things.
Okay.
I don't understand why Eris.
What happened to Vea? See, we don't know. Who's Counselor Eris?
Orthrellus oversees Redoran operations in Balmora and the surrounding countryside. He's very influential, very powerful. Usually, the counselor doesn't allow his passions.
Got it. Alrighty, so, looks like there's a stables over here. Just out of curiosity. Does anybody sell?
Hello.
Before we get too far, let's find a way shrine. Looks like they put it on the... Boy, the map always has me confused. The east side. So over on the east side we have more traditional housing and pubs. On the west side we have more of the services and the temples. So yeah, let's go over here first. Got your guild traders, got your way shrine. Through a process I don't fully understand. Well, let's see this proclamation. By order of the House Guard and the Redoran High Council, the Shulk ore mine is closed, and all operations toward reopening the mine have been suspended. Workers should stay away until further notice, and visitors are strongly cautioned to avoid the area on pain of fire or imprisonment, or both. This includes you, Crew Chief Hondolf. Notes that every effort shall be made to locate the missing mine workers as soon as possible. Okay. Not that mine. Guess there was another mine somewhere. That's just part of gathering information, though. Interesting. You know, the signage is actually just a little bit better in the original game. It has been nothing but thunderstorms today in Morrowind. Yeah, there's really not much going on in here, is there? Rethan's house, but closed. Is there really nothing of interest? Oh. Boy, Balmora is kind of a snooze, isn't it? By comparison. Okay. Just a little bit more poking around with things. Talk to this person over here.
Please, if you just listen.
Take care of yourself, Father. You always were good at that.
Well.
I'm in need of a strong set of legs, Traveler. And you look like one capable of protecting yourself. Will you aid an old mer in one last task? I have an obligation to my family. No, a duty of utmost importance. But I have grown too feeble to fulfill it. If you would take this memory stone to the few places of significance in my life, I will pay you well.
Another one?
It allows one to archive memories for future generations. I hope to do this for my children, who have grown estranged. Invoke my stone at the locations I've marked on your map.
My quest log is full. Okay, so let's solve that. Clockwork City, Craiglorn. What don't I need? Holiday event. Good grief. Okay, so that's okay, right, that's in that area. Kynes Aegis. Yeah, I'm not going to be getting to that one anytime soon, so I'll abandon that. The other ones I think I need to hang on to for the time being. Craiglorn, maybe I don't need that one. Okay. So here, I'll take your quest.
It is a rare gem. I purchased it from my mom.
So that's gonna have me go to a great many places, including to his son, who didn't think very highly of him.
Do you make a habit of randomly accosting people while they... I don't see
What are we
how it's
arguing
any of your
about?
business. I've nothing to say to my father or those his Telvanni master employs. Whatever this is about, it's no concern of mine. My father managed to leave me out of his life. He can leave me out of his problems, too. You want to talk? My sister Neria works the stables. She tolerates.
All right. Doesn't seem like he was a very popular father, so on we go. Let's try.
Please, this one needs to get out of here. Those cultists, they're insane.
All right, but keep your voice down. I'll be ready to leave soon enough. In the meantime, if anyone asks, you're just here to haul cargo.
That seemed suspicious.
What? Who? This one is just here to haul cargo.
Yeah, what about cultists?
This one said nothing about cultists. Perhaps you are thinking of another Khajiit. Look, Renaku just wants to leave all these crazy dark elves behind and find a safer mine to work in. The Shulk ore mine is cursed.
You know, I'm going to do the first option because I don't want to do shortcuts.
Really? You?
Oh, okay, well.
Leave Renaku out of it.
Here we go.
No one likes a gwar licker, you clawless kitten. It happened a few days back. Weird cultists just barged in and took over the mine.
Okay, so there are cultists in the mine. That's kind of where we were assuming things were going to go. And get out of the way. Oh boy, jumping is so terrible in this game. Right, and so we were going to talk to the guy's daughter, who was at the stables on the other side of the river. I'm hoping that that's not a fetch quest that goes all over Vardenfell.
Why, you look like a well-traveled individual.
What about her father?
Oh no, has he taken a fall? Or did he ask you to do something for him? He's been declining of late, and I'm afraid he's not entirely in his right mind.
He's fine.
Mills, he was so young when Mother passed. I've tried to explain that Father had to work to keep a roof over our heads, but it's been difficult. I raised Mills myself while Father was away, which was often. He's never forgiven Father for that.
Okay.
Oh yes, Father is well regarded among the Telvanni masters, even though he's never aspired to be one himself. Master Drenim trusts him implicitly, and if you know anything about the Telvanni, that's impressive on its own. They don't trust easily.
What kind of work?
I'm afraid I don't know. All he's been able to tell me is that part of his contract with Master Drenim forbids him from disclosing any of the Master's business, even to his own children. Whatever he's doing, I'm certain it's important.
How do you feel
He
about
didn't have
this?
to work so much. Master Drenim pays well, but sometimes I worry he will work Father to death. He's just so tired all the time. Even when he finds time away, Mills refuses to see him, and I know that hurts him dearly. I did for a bit, after Mother died. I didn't understand why Father couldn't be with us until I grew up and learned.
Okay, so yeah, absent father working for the Telvanni on matters of unusual business. Seems to have their trust. Get the gist of it. And it looks like our last stop here is Counselor Eris to continue a quest. Which quest is this? Fleeing the past. We'll go ahead and see what this guy has to say. Counselor Eris, here we are.
Is
there something I can do for you, Outlander?
Need help finding your daughter?
My daughter has been gone too long, and the house guard can't seem to find a wall in the corner. But why should I trust you with this task? Tell me, Outlander, how can you succeed when... An interesting insight.
Sure.
Perhaps you can find my daughter. Vea can handle herself, but the father worries, you understand?
Okay,
Anyway,
what happened?
Vea fled after a family disagreement. She's
Okay.
run away before, but I'm concerned that she might have something more permanent in mind this time. And more Captain Briven
So we're going after a runaway.
attempt to locate my daughter. You should speak to him and see what his investigation has already turned up.
Okay, what
He's
about
probably
Captain?
patrolling the town square at this time of
Scanning
day.
and going fast through this. Disagreement, private matter.
Private.
Maybe the wife would be
Like
willing to
my
discuss it.
daughter, my wife has a mind of her own. What the
Okay.
two of you discuss.
Something
Vea
dangerous?
has always been fascinated by the Morag
Ah.
Tong. Even admired one of their agents when she was growing up. It's possible she sought refuge with this agent, or even decided to join the organization. Though I hope I'm wrong about that.
Morag Tong are assassins. Legal assassins.
The Morag Tong? They're an ancient guild of assassins sanctioned by the tribunal to carry out honorable writs of execution. Ostensibly, they're supposed to keep the houses from resorting to all-out war. But I still find the practice barbaric.
The
Someone
agent?
of no consequence, and not at all important to accomplishing your mission. Besides, you don't find Morag Tong agents, they find you. Just
Got it. A little letter here. This seems relevant. Consular Eris Redoran, as you requested, I prepared this primer. Morag Tong. Scanning. Guild personifies the darker aspects of Dwemer life, celebrating murder in the name of Mephala. Surprisingly, the group was created to curb violence and to prevent the always contentious house politics of Morrowind from escalating to full-scale war. Established during the First Era. Writs of execution. And then you have to... Not like the Dark Brotherhood. They admit to their acts and proudly brandish their honorable writs of execution after each kill. Okay, so yeah, the Morag Tong are assassins, but every time they complete a legal assassination according to their writ, they have to turn in the writ to a guard. In the original Morrowind game, you can join the Morag Tong and complete these writs of execution, but you want to be judicious in that. In fact, doing the Morag Tong is probably best done as like the final group to join in Morrowind, because you wind up killing some rather important and notable people in the process. Some people who are giving you quests, for example. Okay, Briven.
Not now, Outlander.
Where is his daughter?
You must be one of the freelancers the council employed.
Do you have a
to
personal
supplement
stake in
the
this?
duties. I've known the Relith family since I was a child.
Vea's like a sister.
Vea is like a sister to me, and I'll do it, perhaps, as long as you don't get too close. They've been running notes of late. I think it has something to do with Vea, but the runner. When you find Vea's friends.
Okay. So, there's more spying to be done. There's more stuff here in Balmora to do. So, we'll get to that next time, I think. We've gone for long enough, mostly doing some exploring, mostly exploring Vivec City itself. We also got to explore Vivec City, which is its own interesting little thing, or sorry, Vivec and Balmora. Got the main quest advanced there a little bit. Found a few more track down stuff and added to this collection quests. Got a couple of those, and yeah, progressing with things. So the next stream will be on Sunday. I aim for about 2 p.m. on Sunday Pacific time, and if you would like to join us for that, it will be another stream of Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, as was rightly pointed out in the chat. This was not that, but the next stream will be. So I hope you stick around and pay attention for that, and you can always find out when my next stream is going to be by following the channel, and that way you get the notification when I'm going live. I also now have a Twitter account, so if you wanted to follow me on Twitter, you can. I believe it is @ToldGames, and you can find my stream that way. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you then. Take care.